When I was initially diagnosed, which was 11 years ago, I was actually diagnosed with juvenile diabetes, but nowadays that term isn't really thrown around as much. It's actually more generally called type 1 diabetes because it doesn't just show up in just children or adolescents. And over the years, I've seen how type 1 diabetes can affect people outside of the adolescent age group. And so I think that's another stigma I think that people need to acknowledge is that diabetes doesn't really have any specific appearance. It doesn't really show up in children or adults. You can't really assume that an adult wouldn't be diagnosed with diabetes. So there is that stigma, which I would like people to better know about diabetes moving forward. So when I was diagnosed, I was living here in America, but I'm originally from India and I was actually born in India. And thinking back, it's strange to think had I had still stayed in India, what my diagnosis process would have been relative to how I'd had it here. I was able to get access to a lot of insulin supplies and my test strips and my vials as soon as possible, as soon as I was diagnosed. But I'm not so confident that I would have had the same process in India. Would have been as easy or easy to access those same supplies. And so I'm really fortunate that the system here, it generally allows anyone to gain access to those supplies, but even with the easy gain of the supplies, there's still a lot of issues like health disparities and socioeconomic factors that we still need to overcome in order for everyone to get the same access to these diabetes supplies.